That's a tank bag. I don't know if I will use that. I don't think I'm going to need it, but I'll wait for another day. I'm not installing these today because I discovered that the Velcro will not be strong enough. So that's already got medical supplies in. That's a first aid kit, so I've got to get a first aid symbol to go on there. This one's got to be a small repair kit for tyre punches and the lead for the computer, so I can plug it into my phone and check to see if something's wrong, if I get a problem, diagnostic. And yeah, and just the odd tools in there. No, anything more than that, you just have to get roadside assistance. All right, I'm using a head strap today to give it a bit of a go, see what it turns out. It could be good, could be shit, but that's it. Anyway, let's go through the first aid kit and see what we got. Okay, our first aid kit. This is what I've packed. So this is what I've picked up over time. So there's a fair bit in here. If you haven't done a first aid course, I suggest you do, because you never know, because 9 times out of 10 it's not going to be for you, it's for somebody else. So, you know, you need to know what you're doing. It's right to have the supplies, but if you don't, then it's in trouble when you do need trouble. Now I've got some sick bags there, they're always handy. Alright, let's go through what we got. So we're going to pack it all, put it back into the box. So just simple stuff. So I broke it up into simple stuff. Triangular bandage, I had to hide that. That's a sick bag, but you can use that for many things. You know, you're out in the bush or you need somewhere and you need to go to the toilet, you can do that and then put it in the bin. You know, you don't have to stress too much. If you haven't got a shovel, I think. An airway tube, that's always handy. Little torch, these are always handy. These things, if I can get it to work. Not even sure how it works now, I have to work it out. There we go, you press on that. There you go, so that's what you do. So that's just handy. Little medical torch there, so you can check. You got here some bandages, which are cool, mainly for snake bites. But this is compression really. And there's another triangle bandage. Some tape, medical tape, some soil and wash, you know, so your eyes, or cleaning out a wound. All right. There's another torque bandage, elastoplastic, what they call it, plaster, so you can stick your bandage down. It's handy. In here we've got pads, gauzes and things like that. So get rid of that. We have here a chest wound patch. So the idea of this, if somebody's got a punctured lung on the chest, you put that on and it's a one-way valve. Basically, it lets the air come out but not go in, so you don't get a collapsed lung. So that's handy. That's your thermal blanket, always handy because people go into shock. Of course, some gauze bandage, some eye patches to put on, and of course some other big wound patches just to stop it from bleeding. And that's it, that's all there is. Anything really beyond that is beyond my expertise. It's only first aid you're giving, you know, just to make the person comfortable and let the professionals come and do the rest, because that's all you can do. Really, it's a snake bite, it's the biggest thing when you're out on the bikes. You know, sometimes you run over one, they flick up and they might get you. Generally, if you've got your boots and your safety gear on, you don't have to worry. We might be just going out the tent, you know, and next thing you know, you tread on a snake on a hot night. It happens. So compression bandage, learn how to do it. I'm not going to teach you because I'm not qualified to do that, but go and do a first aid course, I do guarantee it, and get yourself some supplies, because more than likely you'll use it for somebody else, not for yourself. All right, and they will thank you if you can help them. All right, anyway, that's it, and it all fits in there. So that's going to be on the bike. The idea is to have them strapped on the bars. I will put some cable ties in there, but only lightweight ones, so it can break off, so you can take the whole bag, and job's right. All right, thank you. All right, what I'm going to do is place this on, which is a fairly simple device. It's going to go in where the sat nav is. So my idea is it sits inside there, and my idea is I'm going to put a tablet on here to be able to operate my cameras and everything else as I'm travelling. And then if I have to, I can take it out real easy, or I can even just have my phone on there. But I think it's a better idea, and plus it's a power supply, so you can get different leads for different things, so I'll be able to charge up things, batteries and stuff like that, because it's going to go there and it won't be an issue. So let's see how we can do it. So the way we do that is obviously put your ignition on, boys and girls. Turn it on. There we go. Put our, whatever works without that there. Does it work with that? No, it doesn't. Ignition's got to go on. So we need to put that up, all the way up your screen. Now I don't have to remove the bag because this bag has a Velcro on it, and we can just manipulate it like so. So that's where the sat nav lives. There's a little button here. Push that. Slide him up like this. There's a little button on the back on this side. So just put your one to the top and push with your finger, and then that'll come off. We can turn it off like so. Now this comes out of here, and now we want to go in. Oh, which way does it go in? That's the top there, is it? That's the top like that. It's got 2 grooves at the top, 2 grooves at the top. So we'll put them in through there. We'll try to anyway. That's got to go in there first. Maybe do it this way. Maybe go like this. Just put him in where the sat nav goes. Find the location. Push him on, and that's it. He's in there. Find your leads. Probably best to pass your leads through first, I think. Maybe that's the way. I'm not sure. Pass them through the hole. If you can. They're there somewhere. There we go. It's all right. Yep. Pass him through like. Oh, come on, get out of the way. Can't see. No, hang on. Let's just do it this way. Pass him up through there. Through there. And plug him in to where your USB port is, which is somewhere there if I can find it. There we are. Almost. Bingo. That's in. Pull that lead through there. There's a little slot in there. Make sure. Pull your leads through that. Make sure it's located. And pull him down. Push him down. That is it. He is done. Put him like so. I think it has to go the other way. I reckon it's not going to work that way. It's too hard. I reckon you've got to go in the other way. I reckon that way. Because then you can put that there, hold that there, put him on. Whoops. Don't go on that. There we go. And now you've got all that. So pull that off. Put your phone on there. And my idea is I have no much further closer for me to touch the screen. And then if I go to the app, come on, which we just go in, connecting. So now, what's this one saying here? Download device name, blah blah blah. Okay, so now it's got me on facial recognition, but it means when I'm on the bike, I can record it, can do whatever I want. I can change it, I can